So around 4 years ago, I had no idea how to fighting games. It wasn't until watching a whole bunch of fighting game montage videos and highlights that I actually decided to get decent at fighting games. Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and BlazBlue Chrono Phantasma were actually one of the first few fighting games that I actually decided to get good at, but then eventually started dropping them for an unknown reason. I didn't get back into fighting games until I started playing Smash 4. Small little footnote. I know some people don't think that Smash is a fighting game, but I consider it a fighting game. I actually consider it a hybrid between a fighting game and a party game. And also, I know, ew, Smash 4? Like, gross. Okay, carry on me. It was during that time period though that I learned about fighting game concepts such as, hit stun, frame advantage, hit lag, all that good stuff, the nooch, all that really good juicy fighting game stuff. I was learning them at a basic level, but I really didn't know much about it. It was around that same time period where I was looking up all these information about fighting game stuff that I actually ran into a YouTube channel called Core Gaming. Now, Core Gaming is a YouTube channel that is based off of fighting games, and it talks about, fighting game analysis, fighting game theory, a whole bunch of other things that really help you understand how to get good at fighting games subjectively, like how to understand fighting games. But one of the videos that I watched from Core Gaming that was rather interesting was basically a video where he talks about how fighting game is sort of like a spectrum, where on one end of the spectrum you have games like Street Fighter, Tekken, KOF, Mortal Kombat, all these games that require, really high player skill, high depth. It's really crazy in these games. And then on the other side of the spectrum, you have a game like Dive Kick where it's more simple, games like Pocket Fighter and all that stuff. In his video, he also says that there's sort of this middle ground right here where it's a whole bunch of unexplored territory. And that's where we go into our topic of the day, where we talk about Power Rangers. Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, and how this game is going to help you get somewhat decent at fighting games. And now, let's begin. I'm terrible at segues. Meet Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, a game that I believe falls right here on the spectrum. Power Rangers Battle for the Grid is a 3v3 game reminiscent of Marvel vs. Capcom. The thing that makes Power Rangers earn its spot on the spectrum is the fact that the game has no traditional fighting game inputs. No pretzel inputs, no DP motions, just simple directional inputs. And because of that, I believe that it was easy for me to transition to Power Rangers from playing Smash Bros, especially since they're both games with no traditional inputs. And because of that, I was able to mainly focus on the main fighting game concepts, footsies, neutrals, combo extensions, and learning how to open your opponents, and a whole bunch of other things. The combos in this game are also very freeform. Yes, there are some more optimal combos, but you're given a lot of liberty and freedom in the game to the point where you can actually dream up a combo and then execute it in game. And with a decent amount of different game styles, you can really experiment and get a taste of certain character archetypes that are universal in all other fighting games. You have the Ryu and the Ken in the game. You have the big bodies who are slow, but once they get in, they do high levels of damage. You have the zoner, you have stance characters, you have all these character types that are universal in other fighting games. You can really get to experiment with them in Power Rangers at a more simpler level. And that is because this game is very beginner friendly. Very beginner friendly, yet it rewards high level plays, which I believe is a great way to get people who aren't really fighting game ready. The only gripe I have with the game is that it's incredibly bare bones. Its tutorials and story mode leave much to be desired, but the game is constantly being updated and changed with new things being added, and so who knows, maybe this complaint will be obsolete in a future update. And plus, this game has actual FGC legends working on it. Let that speak for itself. But I honestly think that as a starting point for people to get into fighting games, to understand what makes fighting games so intricate, so mindful, so crazy, crazy, I believe that Power Rangers is a great place to start. And you know what? I'm gonna use myself as like a case study. Basically, after I played this game, I felt a little bit more comfortable playing traditional fighting games. For example, I used to play Dragon Ball FighterZ a lot. Like, I thought the game was so cool, and I got discouraged. I got one too many TODs, I kept dropping combos, the inputs were hard, everything was just so much, I was overwhelmed. But after playing Power Rangers and getting to understand more basic fighting game stuff at a simpler level, I actually want to go back and try FighterZ again. But if you play this game and you honestly don't think Battle for the Grid is for you, then you could just try other fighting games and see which one clicks with you. Also, don't forget to check out Core Gaming on YouTube if you want to watch more fighting game videos. And now, to wrap up this video on a nice little bow, I just want to say that I'm no fighting game expert. I mean, just look at me. Do I really look like I know about fighting games at all? But I do wholeheartedly believe that if you play Power Rangers Battle for the Grid, or basically any game like in this mid part of the spectrum that I said, it will help you get better at playing games from this end of the spectrum. Or, you know, if you want to go into the deep end and not listen to what I want to say, you know, you can just forget about all of this and go straight into the deep end stuff. You know, I'm not your father. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Unless you want me to be. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, I'm not a fighting games expert. This is really just something that, after playing Power Rangers for a long time, after playing this game, and I really enjoy it, I really think it's great, and I do believe that if you want to get good at fighting games, then please try out this game. Again, if you like this video, then please, you know, like the video. If you dislike the video, then please dislike the video. And if you like my voice and you like the things that I say and you like the opinions coming out of my brain, then please hit that subscribe button and please support me in any way possible. You can also follow me on Twitter and send me photos of your cats, your dogs, or basically any cute anime girl picture that you want, you know? And besides that, have a good day. Alright, bye!